Adam, you would have been pretty happy at half-time with what you saw. Should we start with the first half? You would have been pretty happy with what you saw.
Yeah, I think there was some things there that we liked. You can sort of see what we're trying to do, and then we couldn't sustain it. So, first half, forward half turnovers, contested possession, the clearance work, the method around it all, and the ball use was thereabouts, albeit I thought we could have been a bit closer. That was just too efficient. And then the second half, we fell away in the third. I think we lost 7 clearances in a row out of the middle, and then we had to rely on back half transition, and Melbourne are too good for that. So, and then look, I thought we still fought it out, and some of our kids would have learnt a lot against a pretty stacked Melbourne side that were too classy in the end with some of their experience, and they must have had 18, 19 premiership players, and we're pretty young. So I think we'll learn a lot. Disappointed that we didn't fight it out for the whole game, but we'll look at the good stuff and leverage off that.
I feel like it was in the box that you've lost a lot of games by big margins in the past couple of years. It didn't feel the same today. It felt like you had a crack at the entire game.
Well,
do you feel that at the moment?
Yeah, if you're going to keep comparing, and people are, and that's fine, us to last year and what we went through, and that'll be wins, that'll be form, that'll be losses. That's fine, but we feel that we're different. We feel like we're transitioning everything that we're doing. We've got a platform that we're set at the club, which is not a short-term fix. So we're in for the long haul. So we'll get some wins, we'll get some small wins, and we'll get some losses. So, but we're going to keep moving forward.
I mean, the fight that you've shown in the past, sort of like under adversity last week with no players left, young kids this week, but they've continually had it go the entire time, regardless of what the score is.
Yeah. We did that too last year at stages, and some stages we didn't. So, absolutely. And we're working towards something that we think can sustain 4 quarters. It's just not there yet. So, and then what we lost last week, dealing with the crew that went out, took a bit of time to manage that, but that just give opportunity for others. So we're disappointed we didn't win, and we didn't let it blow out like it did, but we'll be half with this one.
You spoke about the learning curve. What do you think Jimby would have learned today against
He's had a pretty steep learning curve, hasn't he? I mean, the last couple of centre bounces, even we had some kids in the middle that 18-year-olds against some class. So that, and then Bailey Williams taking another step. I know he probably got rolled, but he's carrying the load. He was pretty busted up during the week, and to get up and play, I think we've seen signs of resilience with all of our players, but Bailey is one who I think's taken a few steps forward.
How close was he to not playing today?
He's pretty close. Yep.
Is it something he has to manage?
No, it was just a knock, a bit of bruising, bone bruising or something, but he's okay.
Of the guys, Adam, that we haven't seen a lot of, so Cully, Luke Edwards, Clark coming in, what were the glimpses that you saw with those guys today?
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously West as well, and then you got the kids. So, look, they would have learned a lot today. Some of it was really good, and some of it they need to work on. So, they would have learned a lot with how Melbourne go about it. Like, what they do really well, Melbourne, is if they think they're going to win it, their backs are going to win it, they'll take off. And when they win the contest like they did, they get ahead of the play and they look really good. And that's it's a confidence thing that they can rely on one or two to get the job done, and then they spread really well. So they've got a really good system, and we got exposed at stages through it, but we'll learn from it.
Can you tell us a bit about the role that Andrew Gass playing at the moment, and sort of what your thinking is with him? Yeah,
he's been playing on ball, and I just think he's taken some giant steps forward in the last couple of weeks. I've never doubted him, and he's been dealing with a lot with his body the last 12 months, and he got himself super fit, and he's had an opportunity to play on ball, and I think he's stood up the last couple of weeks in particular.
Is it an accountable role that you've got for him?
Yeah, yes and no. Yep. There's a few to pick from today, but he's so disciplined and detailed when it comes to instruction. He just does whatever's best for the team. So at stages we've said, keep an eye on Caniglio, or keep an eye on Oliver, those type of things, and he'll do it exactly how we want him to do it.
How did Elliot go feel like today?
Good. Yeah, we always planned, if we had no injuries to get him through 70, 80 minutes, and I think he was around that mark. So, yeah, he got through, and we made a decision at three-quarter time to pull him, and yeah, he did what he needed to do.
He was obviously undersized physically, but performed really quite well against guys that were...
Yeah, I thought he was good. Yeah, down back, and he'll get better. Is the way I think we'll look at that game.
And that's sort of the plan for him moving forward?
At stages, yeah. We could have used him on ball at stages, but we held. Probably for some of the lessons from last year, just throwing them straight back in the midfield. Where the game's going, and the transition piece is so hard. So he'll build his match fitness hopefully in the next few weeks, and then we've got options.
Who do you get back next week? I mean, Witherden and Sheed come to mind as potential.
Yeah, I'm not sure on Sheed. He might be another week, but hopeful. Witherden should be available. Harry Edwards possibly. Not a lot more. Yeah, unfortunately those injuries last week were more longer term. So I think at least 4 were, and there was 3 or 4 that were mid to short term.
So do you look at it with, you talk about Jimby and the learning curve he's had? You had Williams, Jimby and Cully in there together multiple times.
Yeah.
Today. Is it a case of you're just going to be saying, we want to throw these challenges to you as much as possible and get every opportunity you want to get?
Yes, but we don't want to break them either. So yeah, we've got to keep an eye on that. It's great having someone like Tim Kelly around, for example. And when Dom's around and Luke's around, it really complements what we're trying to chase. When they're on their own, there's going to be some challenges. So yeah, we'll manage that as best we can. Like we said, they're not going to just be a linear growth. There's going to be some ups and downs with the kids. They've had one pre-season, so yeah, we've got to be a little bit patient. But even Long, I think, he's adapted to the game pretty well. So yeah, whilst we were disappointed with parts of the game, we'll take some positives, like I said.
You feel like it's fast tracking them really quickly?
I don't know. I hope so. Yeah, I think. What's today worth? 4 or 5 waffle games. So no disrespect to the waffle, but yeah, Ruben's learning a lot on the fly at the moment.
And Kelly specifically, 36 and 2, like his past few weeks have been really impressive.
Yeah, we're really, really proud of Tim and what he's done. Largely, not on his own, but we've missed a few guys in the last couple of weeks to support around him, and he's stood up.
Is Ruben the sort of kid that could play a full season, or do you think at some stage you're going to have to give him a rest and help with his body?
That's a good question. Yeah, he looked tired at stages today, so as expected. So I would have thought, yeah, like I said earlier, we're not going to string him out. Yeah, so hopefully we've got through injury free this weekend. Although there's always something, but yeah, we'll look at it during the week, and we've got 2 Adelaide games in a row now. So and there's a 6-day break there, so we'll look to manage our players as best we can and keep exposing them as much as we can.
Is your plan to come back in between those 2 Adelaide games?
Yeah. We spend too much time away we feel anyway. So we'll come back.
When do you fly?
When do I fly?
When do you guys go over this week?
Not normal. Yeah, we'll just back it up. So.